Good morning. I have been having so much fun during my brain dump this morning. Some of you might call this prayer. Some of you might call it studying. I call it playing. And The Little Mermaid, Atlantis, philosophy, entertainment, art, music, it's all the worlds are colliding, right? The earth is flat again. And so it's just one of those things where it's all the same thing. And I'm going through my journals that I've done in the past, and I'm getting that momentum and that ammunition. And so today I'm doing something a little different, where I guess it's not different because every time that I'm working on a project, I'm doing the same thing as continuing the same project over and over and over again. But today I'm really diving into I've been working with the concepts of colors, languages, and sounds as bioprogramming languages, but also analyzing how that goes in the body, and all of this in preparation for my medical astrology analysis, because I know that this is something very, very serious. I think that once I can translate the physics of the heart, then we will be able to relate to the way we see duality differently. And so I'm trying to eat because my brain works too much. And so now I've created like 5 more products with just trying to get my food together, because of course I've walked away from my focus, which is like a relaxed focus. It's just like, oh, there's this thing, I noticed that, and then I feel this, and then I notice that. So I'm expanding on my genius journal, and I'm really glad that I didn't publish it right away and post it. I'm really, really grateful that I didn't publish any of my work before, because it's getting so good, and fun, like really fun. And so it's great because I see a way where we don't have to go into the trauma and the stories that are heavy, and we can, in a safe way, externalize them through narratives in movies and examples and case studies and other people. So just like when we did in science, we were able to adjust the way we related to religion and evolution, then I think we'll relate the way we evolve emotionally, spiritually, and how that means how we relate to our power. But I wanted to capture a couple really, really beautiful things. And as I finish and commit after today's thinking work to do my organizational work, I want to make sure that I continue the thought of what I'm working on, which is the elements, the astrology in relation to not just the psychology, but the physiology. And so when I think about, that's what it means to me when I say medical astrology. It's marrying absolutely everything, but also bringing in, because you're bringing in physics now, the scientific analytical mind, you need to now bring in math, which is heart math. That's just already exists. But from my perspective, the math is different. It's not just math as communication, not just math as mechanical. And so if you think about math being the concept, numbers being like a tangible thing, something concrete, whereas the impact of those numbers is intangible. And so this is how it relates to business. And so as I was working on the physics of business, I was also working on the physics of the heart. And so everything's so related, so I cannot really work on one thing at once, and it all interconnects. So dream analysis has also been coming up as everything's marrying, and it's creating this really beautiful smorgasbord of things for us to create, like a tangible, I snap my fingers. That's why I heard the sound versus where did that sound come from? To give you this is how you snap your fingers. You put them together, and then when you do that and you slide the top one forward and the bottom one back. Oh, that felt hard. Try to do it a little more relaxed. Okay, just keep practicing. Don't think about it. Look at that. I didn't think about it, my muscles, because I took away the focus here and I gave permission for this, which drives the fingers, to take control. Whereas when I'm spelling it out little, yes, I can do that. But the learning and the execution takes longer. So checklists don't always work for me. They do as an introductory concept. So that's the whole idea behind my journal is I present ideas, I present possibilities and questions and objectives and intentions. And so that's really what you can go write your own journal just from this video. But I'm going to explain all of it because I do see a lot more layers than you might be able to see. And so this is probably the most important thing that I realized, and it's made me so excited as I get ready to go do my walking tour. And sorry, I'm just connecting some things. If you see me smile in these videos, it's because my brain is like clicking. It's like, oh yeah, that one, here. There's like 5 conversations, and it's like I'm talking to myself about all the different layers. Just like when I say, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. It's like I have another little voice in my heart going, and then this, and then that, and then this, and then that. So I have to stop and organize because I'm listening to my heart at the same time. Okay, so genius is divine consciousness expressed. Criminology is divine consciousness oppressed. And I know criminology is the study of crime, but we don't have a word called crimus. So criminology, for something to be a crime, it has to be done, right? So genius is the potential, crime is the action. And so the conscious is what we think, and the unconscious is what we do. And as we just saw, snapping my fingers, when I'm doing that, until I give myself permission to try that without thinking, it's not going to be as sharp as when I'm trying to. And all I'm doing, I'm not going through a checklist. I'm just looking at my hands. I'm telling them, snap the fingers with my eyes, versus walking away, looking at my eyes and knowing, being the awareness that my hand's over here doing something else. And I'm trusting it to be able to do it. Well, that comes from that unconscious piece. Okay, so I just wanted to capture that, and then a song, because 2023 was supposed to be a very important year. And that's when I got derailed, August 2023. They got their claws on me. But everybody, if you listen to all the music, so something massive happened in the Astros in 2023 that woke everybody up, but I was not able to wake up. I was very much numb to sleep because all of this work obviously has already existed since like 21, 23. That's why they freeze me, because I have a lot to say. And now they've been shutting me down for 40 years, so it's going to come out fast and furious. And hopefully fun as well. And so when you think about Ariel, she in The Little Mermaid, she left the sea, she was the Little Mermaid. So all of this is, she had her man, her dad understood her, finally she was heard underwater. Wow, great. Okay. So if I parallel that to my family, the religious, they finally get it. Like, they finally understand where I'm coming from, how I don't fit in, and why I need to do things what they see as the other way, but it's not the other way, which is what my son's family thinks is like, I'm way over there to them. Meanwhile, they're like the same, right? And so it's funny because what happened at the end of the movie, yay, King Triton gave her the land and she got her thing. So my dad gave me permission to go and I got a baby and all that good stuff. And then what do you think is going to happen on land to Ariel? Do you think she's going to be magically heard up there? The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. It's not the grass, because it's not about money. It's not about food or land. It's about emotions, about spiritual fulfillment. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. You think, oh, that person's rich, I should manifest like them. Such wonderful things are around you, right here on the ocean floor, which is your heart. Such wonderful things around you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. These little snailers know how to wither. I don't remember the rest. Anyways, this is why I can't be miserable when I work. Okay, next one. Oh, and by the way, every Latino's like this. They just probably aren't as disorganized when they start as I am. But that's the whole point. That's why it feels like you're a space cadet or like you're someplace else, because you have two consciousness. And then when it comes to your voice, just honoring that my voice is so clear and crisp, and it feels like my body's like relaxing as it's resonant. And that is true. When I'm being zapped by these things, my body has to work so hard to get my voice out. And we have to work so hard. And Paris Hilton actually did a really good video about how she's putting on a show, like she's acting a role when she's, on her reality TV, because that's the role that she has to play in her society. Like, she doesn't have a choice. You saw Blossom, right? She became, I can't think of her name right now, but she's like a girl after my own heart, a woman after my own heart. Doctor, your name is just, I see your face so beautifully and you're smiling at me, but I can't see you. She went on to be a scientist after an actress. Like, this is just the natural course for artistic people. We just have so many facets. Beyonce, Rihanna, everybody's creating multiple products. And it doesn't stop in the business world. Right now, Kathleen Cameron is manifest. If you guys get your claws off of her, she will be able to do all kinds of things without anybody, because she's a genius. And obviously, everybody can do this. And that's what I'm getting at, is that genius exists in everybody. We call it love because love is the force that fuels our genius. God kept taking care of his creation because he had love. But there's limits to where the creation can, we have limits. There's a point where we cannot, as an energetic being, now keep saving others from their own developmental cycles, which restores them to their wholeness. And that's what was being done to me. So I just, I want to sing my Little Mermaid song as Monday begins, and it's already a beautiful day. It's not even, it feels like noon to me, but it's only 9:20. Okay, so it was the end of it. It was like, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they sail day in the sun, wandering free, I'll finally be home.